We can start the questioning now if you would like to address one of our candidates. If you can approach the microphone. If you have more than one person, just form an orderly line and we'll go from there. We have someone who would like to open our first question tonight. Thank you, candidates. No, all right. Okay, thank you, sir. Just got to get it rolling here.
There's been a lot of talk about special interests and how you make your decisions and the influence that you may have. And my question would be, what different things will you do to make sure that you represent all of the members of the San Marcos community? Thank you.
Okay, we'll just go in an orderly fashion if the candidates aren't addressed by name. So Lisa, why don't you take the first response there?
Sure. My experience is quite clear as an active member of this community for over 2 decades. As a student, I defeated the outlet mall abatements to Tanger by writing a letter to the editor. Also, most recently, I've been the forerunner in attacking, and in fact, we won, defeating the abatements for Springtown Mall, and we worked together with the small businesses. I also have a lot of ideas about bringing high-tech green industry here to San Marcos. My ability to mobilize our community, my experience working as an art commissioner. I've worked with my colleagues about redefining how we look at that budget and allowing more of those financial reserves to go to our working artists. And in this process, I've learned a lot about working with city staff. I've worked with the city council and mayor on the mandatory microchipping issue. And so I think as someone who's been in this community for over 2 decades, working, dismantling, houses that have rats in them with my neighbors and, working with the city, I think it's pretty clear that we have a lot of ideas on ways that we can have not only our community involved, but also our small businesses as well.
Okay, thank you. Sean, would you like to take the next response?
Yes. Can I get a quick repeat of the question?
Our person has sat down.
Steve, so how would you represent all of San Marcos and not be beholden to a special interest group or certain undue influences?
Okay. Well, as we all know, City Council is, it's an at-large system. I am a proponent, and not that it will happen, but I'm a proponent of what's called single-member districting. I think that in San Marcos, we're not a large community, but I think we're large enough to where you break down in districts, almost like the school district does. Because as it is currently, some council members, in the past, it's been a lot of council members live on one side of town and never make it to the other end of town. So they really never know what's going on the other side of town, and they don't get a chance or just don't talk to the residents in different parts of town. So until that happens or can't happen, I would make it my effort just to always be available, just like I am for my customers at my shop. They know they can call me 24/7, my home, my office, and just be available for every resident in San Marcos to listen to what their needs are and concerns.
Okay, thank you for that response. Ryan?
I think we've gotten to a point in society where there's more special interest than anyone could count on a high-tech computer. So it's really diversifying a lot of political people everywhere. When I personally go to the polls, I look for someone that has a core value system that I either identify with or don't identify with, and someone that will stick with that system. So whether you always agree with them or always disagree with them, they have a value, whether it be they're conservative in all measures or whatever it is. And I've tried to maintain that through the last 3 years of planning and zoning. Sometimes people agree with it, and sometimes people don't agree with it, but it's pretty consistent over time.
Okay, thank you. We have the next question. Bill.
Can y'all in the back, can you hear okay? Mm-hmm. Okay. And Rich, would you ask everybody